Bonjour. It is very wet and wild here today. Was not expecting that, but anyway, let's get straight into it, shall we? What is the energy for today's reading, please? What is the energy around this collective today? What is the energy around this collective today, please? Open up your heart, it'll help you attract more love. Maybe you're feeling like getting yourself back out there again to date, or just in general feeling open to the possibility of loving someone again. Air sign, and they'll be back. Okay, so maybe it's that this person that they'll be back. We'll break down what this connection is, but this is the energy around you. So this is someone that's connected to you, a past person that is on the verge of coming back around. And they could be an air sign, but I actually think that this is someone that's very stuck in their head about this communication right now. This isn't someone you've heard from yet. This isn't communication that's already come in. This is coming in soon though. Like it says, expect to hear from them soon. This is something that is coming in quick. And air signs in tarot are weeks. So this could be something that's been developing over the last few weeks. Maybe over the last few weeks you've been feeling yourself opening up your heart, and you may have been warming to this past person again. Maybe for a long time this person you had a lot of anger and resentment for, but it's like your heart has found compassion for them again, or is warming up to them again. As a detail, you could be an air sign, they could be. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I actually think as well that this isn't someone that you never think about. This isn't someone completely unexpected. I think this is also someone that is on your mind a lot. So just as much as this is the energy around you, someone's opening up their heart to come express themselves to you very soon. They're very in their head about it, but I actually think you yourself have been in your head about this person for a long time as well. All right, spy. So this person's definitely been looking in on your stuff, lurking on fake accounts, watching you and trying to do their research on you, figure out where you're at in life, how, kind of like, you know, when you are sussing out someone's mood on whether it's the right time to tell them something. It's kind of that vibe. They're trying to suss out not just what's going on in your life, who you're hanging out with, but also if it's a good time. It's almost like they're thinking they'll know when the right time is to reach out, going off what you post. It's weird. But as well, for that to be open up your heart, whoever this spy is, them spying on you is opening up their heart to you again. So perhaps for a long time their heart was closed off to you when this ended. Now through spying on your social media, whatever it is they're seeing, it's almost reminding them of who you are again, like they'd forgotten or something, and it's making them remember how much they love you and also why they love you. Air sign. moving. So perhaps you moved in with this person last time you were together. Perhaps it was one of those relationships that moved quite quickly from 0 to 100. It wasn't, you weren't together long before you were living with each other. That could be a detail. I don't think that this person is planning to reach out and suddenly you're going to move in with them straight away. But I think that this person's very in their mind over a living situation that they shared with you. And also, if there's distance between the two of you, I think part of their overthinking mind is going over how they could move to be closer to you. So it could be a number of things. There could be distance and how they could move to be closer to you. Maybe that's something that they're having difficulty figuring out how to solve that issue. But also going over in their mind a living situation that you two had before this. It's something that's heavily on their mind right now, and that could be the memories that they're battling right now, especially if when you two did live together, there was a lot of conflict. And assuming if you two are in separation, which clearly you are, this person's spying on you, expect to hear from them soon, there would have been some reason for the separation here. And if it's around a living situation together, perhaps they're going over how you two lived together too quickly, and it almost like everything happened too fast, so it ended up burning out quickly because you just raced ahead instead of taking things slow. These are all things this person's like churning over in their mind right now. Intuition. This is what I mean. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. So I think this person's battling their head and their heart. It's like they don't know if it's their intuition. Sorry, that incense is going crazy. Especially if they're really going over, in their mind, they're very much overthinking a living situation here. Whether it's how to come to you and or a living situation you two shared in the past, that red flags were ignored, that it was too soon. You may have even potentially said to this person, it's too quick to move in together, but they kind of wore you down and you ended up doing it, and they're realizing now that it was too soon, you did move too quickly, and it's like they want to come back and express their love for you, but at the same time, they're battling their head and their heart. Is this my intuition that's trying to pull me back, or is it just nostalgia? What is it that's making me want to reach out to this person so much? They're battling themselves a bit right now. But I think regardless, you are going to hear from this person soon. I think they're trying to trust their intuition when it comes to you. But this living situation, whatever it is what they're stuck in their mind at right now. That's the one thing that's kind of causing resistance here. And gambling, that's another thing. And that this intuition, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. It might even be that this person, you called this person out on some of these things, problems with addictions or gambling and bad finances, and they denied those things at the time, and your intuition was correct about it, and they're nervous about confessing the truth about these things as well. But also, if that's something that they're trying to, if they're battling with this currently, or if this is something that they've been working quite hard on clearing out of their life, that might also be something that is, am I stable enough to come forward to this person yet? Has enough time passed that I can be the right kind of partner for them? All right, I want to get straight into messages. What does this person want to say to you? I'm used to getting my way, but you put me in my place. So they're maybe used to being around family that enable bad behavior, or it's almost like, so say for instance they're the baby of the family, or they're the only boy or the only girl, and they get special treatment, they get away with everything kind of thing. That's what they're used to, but you didn't put up with that. You expected more from them. Okay. What does this person want to say to the collective, please? Okay. Okay, do you still think about me? Do you still want me? Do you still love me? I need to know if I should move on. I'm hurting. You were so smart, you have me figured out. And this as well is kind of speaking to that, what I said before about calling them out on shit that they weren't ready to admit out loud yet. And as well, it could also be, since they're spying on you, it could also be that you're posting things or they're seeing you, you're saying certain things that make them almost feel like you're spying on them, because what you're saying is so, it's like you're hitting the nail on the head with what's going on for them right now, or it just resonates with them heavily, which then makes them wonder if you know what's going on in their life. You're that connected, and when they watch, they think, how do you know what's going on? And you might not even know what's going on. I was hiding my true feelings from you because I was scared of commitment and I didn't want to lose my freedom. This to me says whatever this person was doing to distract themselves from you, it's like they knew it wasn't good for them, but they didn't want to give it up yet. And they knew that coming back to you would require them to give that up, and they weren't ready to do that yet, whether it was just being single or whatever it was that they partook in, that they know, their soul knows it's not good for them, but they weren't really ready to cut it out yet, which would mean they knew coming back to you, wanting something again with you, they would need to cut that out completely. And they didn't want to yet. I'm starting to panic. It's been so long since I've seen you or heard your voice. So they've been spying on you, but I think this is a situation where there's been a long time of no contact with this person. So it's actually been a long time that you two have actually had a conversation, talking to each other. It's one thing to watch you on a screen and watch you post something and talk about something, but it's another thing to actually interact with you personally. And as well, there hasn't been any face-to-face contact, no physical contact in a long time as well. There it is. Addictions clouded my vision. I'm trying to get my life together. So whatever these addictions were, this is also, you were so smart, you have me figured out. So you could very well have called them out on some substance abuse or drinking, gambling, being online a lot, whatever it is, and they were in denial about it, or they denied it to you. They lied about it to you. But whatever it is, they're trying to get their life together at the moment. And that as well, that moving situation that they're overthinking, one, I think it's that you two lived together in the past and there was conflict, but also if there's distance and if they're trying to figure out their life right now, the distance or moving to be closer to you feels like an obstacle right now. But these addictions definitely clouded their vision. So whatever it is that they use to distract themselves, and the people they hung out with and that sort of stuff, they surrounded themselves with things like addictions, and it kept them away from you for however long because they used that to numb their emotions. And at the time it would have felt good if they were partaking in things that were distracting them from you and getting attention from others, that would have made them feel like they could really move on from you. But it was always just to numb out the emotion. They haven't been able to run from it anymore. The things that were helping numb them aren't really working anymore. The distractions aren't working anymore. So they're forced to look at how they need to fix their life. I couldn't give to you like I wanted to because I'm still healing from my past. Yeah, so part of these distractions was also people's opinions, and this person let opinions get in the way here. There may have been a lot of gossip around your connection as well. So that leads me to think maybe this person has a public platform of some kind, and they had a lot of people in their ear telling them, giving them bad advice when it came to this connection. I don't care what people think anymore. I've been given bad advice. I'm listening to my intuition. I know you are the one. So this could be people online, friends, family, all of these opinions. They were so impressionable. They knew they felt a certain way for you, but instead of being strong in those feelings and trusting their own intuition, they got advice from other people and they listened to it. They probably even believed it for a while. And this could even be the people that they were using as a distraction as well. Okay. Let's see. I want to get an animal card for you and for them. What is your current energy right now? What is the collective's current energy right now? Buffalo. And what is this connecting energy's current? What is the connecting person's current energy? Oh, 2 for that. So they've got the raccoon and the butterfly. That's good. Okay, the buffalo. So you've got earth, and then that's earth and air. Okay, this is nice. So you're the buffalo, grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, trusting and pure presence. So your energy right now is just very present in the moment, but you are really radiating this grounded energy where you're very you've managed to balance your physical world with your spiritual connection to the divine. When out of balance, restless and lacks gratitude, to bring into balance prayer and bhakti. Very nice energy. And I think that's also how this person's perceiving you as well. Grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. Okay, raccoon. Talented, shadowy, in hiding. This person's definitely in hiding because they're spying on you. But raccoon energy is at play with all artists to a greater or lesser degree. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. So this person's very creative. And right now they're in that creative energy. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. And part of those addictions too could be, so say if they are someone that goes live, as in like a streamer or whatever, and they crave that outside validation from others, even though they're strangers, it's addiction to that can be just as much as an addiction to anything else. and they need it to feel some kind of way about themselves, to feel better about themselves, instead of working on themselves internally and working on their own self-image without needing that attention. So this is still kind of a bit in them right now, but with this butterfly, I do think that they're transforming that right now. They are getting their life together. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. So this person definitely does heavily wear a mask with people. This is someone that comes across like unaffected. They're very good at repressing their emotions and appearing happy on the surface. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? So I think they've also been restricting themselves because they put on a certain persona to everyone around them, and they want more for themselves, but they're trying to learn how to break free from the persona they've created, the public image they've created. Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. So their ego and their fear of being perceived as weak or not the happy person is something they're battling with currently. When in balance, they're a generous friend and an exceptional artist. When out of balance, they're competitive and it's a starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. So maybe as well, what they do in this creative space is quite toxic, and they need to find a different creative outlet that isn't what they're doing currently, because currently what they're doing requires them to wear a mask and be this kind of character that everyone knows them to be, but that's not really their heart. But I think they're transforming through this right now. The butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation. So they are working on this right now. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, again, see, so they need to create from their heart, not from their ego. This change usually involves relationships, so their connection to you, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you and that's them. I think they are needing to be kind with themselves right now because they are battling their head and their heart. They're battling their ego right now. The character that they have created that is very loud and obnoxious and like so positive and happy and nothing affects them, repressing their emotions, that's their ego, and they're battling that right now. Because when you've been a certain way most of your life, it's a hard thing to break that habit, but that's why they're going through this transformation right now. This is their current energy. So this is literally battling their ego and their heart right now. They're going through this transformation, but this is good. But the divine is trying to ask them to be patient with themselves, because it's like these are the stepping stones to get through this transformation. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, or a prayer, done at the same place and time, will do wonders for uplifting a butterfly's spirit. So this is the stepping stones I was talking about. If they, right now, they might even be trying to implement a routine in their life, something that they do at the same time and place every day to build that routine. And once they've turned that into a habit, especially if this is someone that posts online, streams or whatever the wherever their ego is prominent, they break that habit, break away from that creative outlet to find a new creative outlet. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. So this person, I think right now, I don't think that they've completed this transformation yet. I think they're currently in this energy. They've got their ego, but they're going through the transformation at the moment to bring into balance daily routine. So I think that's what this person is dealing with right now. Perhaps they're creating a routine in their life right now, and that is them trying to get their life together, like it's said in those messages card. They know, they're aware of the addiction, and they're trying to create routine in their life right now to break that addiction, whatever it is. So that's really good. They're in the process right now. Okay. Actually, I want to get this person's perception of you. Let's get your perception of them right now first. So what is your perception of this connecting energy? Wow, you got home and you've got destiny. So you see this person as your home, and you feel like that meeting them and being with them is destined. Religion. So perhaps you think religion, and so you've got destiny twice. Whoa. And I always see this as distance as well because of the compass. And look, there's a map here in the background. Follow the yellow brick road, this one says. So it's like there's travel required here, I believe. Wow, you got destiny twice. You heavily believe that this person is destined for you, even though you're in separation right now. And that could also be like in that first part with these, that you feel like you're very in your head about it because your physical reality, because you're very balanced in life spiritually and practically, you're constantly questioning, why do I have this strong knowing that this person is meant to be in my life, even though there's no physical evidence of that fact. Okay. Atlantis. So you believe you share past lives with this person, and also water could be a big detail for memories with this person, but you've got home, you've got destiny, religion, and Leo season. So maybe this person's a Leo, because this is how you perceive them, remember? This is July 23rd to August 22nd. So those dates could be important, their birthday, but I think this is clearly this person's a Leo, but I think you believe religion is a big part of why this hasn't worked out. So whatever their cultural differences to you are, you feel like that's been a big block here as well. Perhaps that maybe this was even discussed that your values don't align, and not because someone has your priorities are shit compared to mine, but more just that the things that you two misaligned on caused a lot of conflict in this connection. And as well, it could be that during your time together, you really did try to immerse yourself in this person's cultural beliefs or religion, and it still didn't end well. But you definitely see this person as your home. You felt safe and at home in their company, in their presence. You felt like this person, it's like your home is this person, and this is destined to come back together. Okay, Atlantis. And as well, you could feel like their religion and culture is also why they still haven't come home to you yet. Like you definitely see it as a block in some way. Twin flames. Runner. So you definitely see this person as the runner, that they have mother wounds. So I heard enmeshment. So it's like the apron strings. You know how they talk about cutting the apron strings when mothers can't seem to let their sons go or daughters go or whatever. It's kind of like that. It's like this need to protect their mother that's been drilled into them since they were a child, almost as if like they were the parent and they have to look after their mum instead of the other way around. Physically, financially, there's a lot of healing that you realize this person needed to go through. This is why they ran from the connection, because you think that their enmeshment with their mother was a huge block here, especially if there was an absent father in the home or an abusive father in the home, and this person, you feel like your person has always had to protect their mother and look after them in everything, financially, whatever. The apron strings are a big thing here for you. It's like you see this person as your home. It's like you felt like this person really saw you. Like they see who you really are, and you felt the most seen you've ever felt in your life was from this person. It's like all we ever desire is to click with someone, to meet someone that just sees you and gets you, and this, you feel this person does. But their mother was a big block here, and maybe that's also why the culture, the values didn't align, because you felt like there needed to be a lot more autonomy between this person and their mother. Essentially, I feel like you feel like they had a lot of influence here over your person, and also that's part of why they ran from the connection. And for that to confirm Atlantis, you might even think that this person in every lifetime has always run from this connection. Under Destiny, you've got Wild One. So this is free spirit, untamed, raw. This is how you see them, remember? So this is someone that is different from anyone else you've ever met. Someone that is quite, I just heard intuitive. So maybe you think they're quite gifted as well. But this is someone that's very raw and untamed. So, but that's something you like about this person. And maybe being around them created that in you. Maybe being around this person, you reflect on how they brought out that wild side in you. Their natural way of being a free spirit brought out that free spirit in you. And that also is part of why you feel like they're your destiny. Because to you, this is someone unlike anyone you've ever met, and you just feel they're special, and they are someone special to you, that they are your destiny. Okay, religion. And this is why there might be a kind of a bit of a battle with the mask they wear and who they truly are, because part of that mask would be religious factors that they grew up with. Spying. I think you feel this person spying on you, which would make sense because you're very spiritual, so maybe you're intuitively picking up that this person's watching you. And because you see religion as a block here, you could feel like they're spying, like lurking on your social media because of this block. So if they feel like your values don't align because of this religion, because of this cultural differences, that's why they spy, because they're not ready to break free from those cultural chains, I want to say. All right, Leo season. Constant burn. And name, so you might be seeing their name everywhere. Part of you thinks this is a trauma bond though. But as well, this could just be that you two repeated the cycle quite a few times, and then the patterns just kept getting worse and worse, and then you have thought, is it just my codependency or my anxious attachment that I need to heal out? Is it my attachment style that makes me feel like this person is my person, when in reality it's just a trauma bond? But for the most part, you feel very much like this person is your home, that you're destined to be together. But you could be seeing their name a lot, but just signs of them everywhere. And as well, you may, a lot of times when this comes out, it makes me think of baby names, as in like you two actually had a list of baby names that you kept, that you discussed you'd name your children, one of those names, but you have a constant burn for them. This is someone that you desire heavily. So there is an overall feeling that, am I just trauma bonded to this person? Is that why I'm still so drawn to them? But for the most part, you really feel like this person is your person and that you're destined to be together. That they just need to work through these mother wounds and running from the situation because of cultural differences and perhaps distance as well to come back towards you. All right, let's get what the universe's perspective is on this connection currently. What is the connection's point of view? What is really going on here? Yeah, addictions. This is the third deck that this has come out in. So addictions are definitely a big detail here. But also your codependence, your obsession with each other, the possessiveness, the controlling. This has definitely been a big block in this connection here. This is a big thing that needed to be overcome here. And they're transcending that right now. It's like they're phoenixing from that raccoon energy, that ego. They're going through that butterfly energy at the moment. So it's like they're in it like they're in the thick of it right now. And see how it's like a ball and chain, but it's a heart instead. It's like they're dragging their feet because they feel chained to whatever this addiction is. They drag it along with them when really they could set themselves free. But as well, they could even feel chained to their love for you. So especially because it's been a long time, they could be feeling that. I'm hearing them say it's like your love follows them everywhere. They can't escape it. Okay, but you've got abundance here and talking. So keeping a positive mindset, they're trying to get you both to manifest exactly what you want. Be grateful, and this says bliss. This actually, to me, says that if you two keep going along the path that you're on currently, that you will reconnect here. This can be a blissful union. And this talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. They'll be back, expect to hear from them soon. So they are encouraging this person to reach out. They're just in the midst of this right now, clearing out this addiction. They're wanting you both to keep a positive mindset right now. And as well, I'm seeing that as you're actually both manifesting each other back. But you've definitely got this communication coming in soon. Oh, good. So to confirm addictions, you've got Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise invitational meeting, hesitation. I think this person's hesitating right now because I think that they haven't fully cleared this addiction out. So let's use streaming as an example. If they still do it occasionally because they're still drawn to it. That's where they're battling their head and their heart. They know it's not good for them, but it's still an addiction, so it's still a habit that they need to break. So I think right now, that's still a block for them that they're trying to break free from, but they are going to. Their motivation to come towards you is going to win out against whatever this addiction is. Because remember, in the message part in these, they were basically saying they didn't want to give up this addiction to come towards you. But now the motivation to come towards you and have reconciliation outweighs the need to keep this addiction. Abundance, love, unconditional love. This connection is you both have unconditional love for one another. This is oneness, passion, affection, attraction. It's all there. And that's to confirm abundance. Keep a positive mindset because this is an unconditional love. You're not crazy. This isn't, yes, there's things that need to be healed out, but this is still you both still have love for one another. That's not lost. You just need to remain positive right now because a conversation is coming. Wow, wedding rings. They're definitely saying that this is a permanent commitment that's going to be had here. This conversation, this conversing and clearing the air and having these conversations is going to lead to union. You will marry this person, and this is a soul connection. This is an eternal love over many lifetimes. You weren't wrong in that. But this person wants to make a promise to you of forever. That is the ultimate, this is where this is heading to. When these conversations are had, a forever commitment will be made here. But right now they're wanting you to focus on yourself and keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing your shadow work. Keep healing the things that still need healing, and just really keep working on your self-worth and what makes you happy currently. Because keeping a positive mindset, continuing to do the work on yourself, this is incoming. This isn't long. Actually, let me get a timing card. When is this potential conversation coming in? Stop obsessing first. When you let go of that, when you surrender to waiting and obsessing over when it's going to happen, that's when it'll come in. They'll feel that release suddenly to reach out to you because they won't feel that pull of your energy anymore. On a holiday, so maybe you'll be away somewhere when you hear from this person. I just heard 20th of November. That's oddly specific. Rushing in. So even if it is, say, the 20th of November, that's not long. It's the 29th of October today. So what's that, 3 weeks-ish? Divine timing is at play. So I really feel like you will be away somewhere. So if you've got plans to go away soon, it could be around that time. And because you'll be away and you'll be doing things, you won't be thinking about them. You won't be obsessing over this, and that's when they'll come rushing in. Everything is planned out perfectly. Okay. What does this collective need to know to surrender to this connection? Number 8, you're projecting your own fears and limitations onto me. Go within to understand that you are seeing yourself, not me. I think you're both doing that, to be honest. You're both projecting your fears onto one another. And that, again, that's working on that ego self. I saw something the other day that was like, when you always assume people are going to do horrible things to you, that is exactly what will happen. But if you assume they have nothing but the best intentions towards you, and you just assume they're going to be the best person, then they will rise to the occasion. It's an energy you put out. I just heard expect the worst, hope for the best. Number 4, just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those around me. And that could even be part of that addiction too. If they are around people that really cling to their energy because they have that wild, untamed energy that it's wild and free, but it's healing. It's like maybe part of them is addicted to that feeling of being needed too. Knowing that their energy feeds other people, that can be an addiction. But then you lose yourself in that. You also need to be able to feed yourself, feed your spirit. Number 7, I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with my love. I feel abandoned. I often feel like others let me down. So on one hand, they're addicted to giving people advice or being that healing person to people. But then at the same time, they always feel used by people and let down by them because they give so much, and then they're used up and left with nothing. And then those people go happily on their way, all healed and better, and this person's left feeling hollow. And perhaps as well, you copped that. So where they were failed to put boundaries up with other people and stand their ground with other people, they did it to you, but not the people they should have been doing it to. They found the strength in themselves to push you away and set boundaries with you as if you were the reason for all their problems, but the people that really were the cause of their problems, they're the ones that they lacked boundaries with or didn't have the strength to set boundaries with. So that could be something they're reflecting on too. Pushing away the person that made them happy and saw them truly to their core over the people that used them and let them down. Number 5, so the 8th of May or the 5th of August are important. Neither one of us is being honest right now. Why are we afraid to express ourselves? This is the barrier they're trying to get you both to break free from right now. Number 3, the 4th of March and the 3rd of April. So these are important dates. I'm trying to figure out this connection. I've never experienced anything like it before. And again, because there's been so much time here, potentially distance, this person thought that they'd be over you by now because probably in the past, other connections, they've gotten over them already. But you have never left their mind because you're not meant to. It's a soul connection. It's a deep love. You see each other. Number 8 again, so August is important here. I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. I know I need to stay positive. Are you? So this is good because this means that card about keeping a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want. This person's understanding now that their thoughts do create their reality. You are the architect of your own reality. So if you are what they want, if you are what they desire, they need to have positive thoughts that you two will be back together again and manifest that reality. The 7th of August and the 8th of July, 7 on the bottom, separated or together we are working in tandem with each other because your souls are connected. Okay, so let's get their perspective then on you, and then we'll get what's coming next. What is this connecting energies perception of the collective, please? Oh, wow. Warrior spirit, bravery, strength, honor. They have a very high opinion of you. They feel like despite the battles that you've faced in life, that you are strong and you've got that inner strength, that you live with honor. You're someone that you act with integrity and honor. You say what you mean and mean what you say. You don't, what you see is what you get. You're not, this feels like someone who realizes you're very honest, and you live bravely in the sense that you are who you are, and so that's quite inspiring actually, because they battle with their ego, where you're someone that is that warrior, that this is who I am, take it or leave it, and you show your true self always. You don't wear a mask. This person's inspired by that because they struggle with wearing a mask, pretending everything's okay all the time, and putting on that facade that they're positive and happy all the time, even though internally they're not. You don't wear that mask. You show up authentically all the time, and they see that and see that as bravery, see you as this person that lives authentically as yourself. So if you're sad, people know you're sad. If you're happy, people know you're happy. You don't hide your emotions, and that's brave to them because they hide their emotions. They repress everything. Also, they think you have mother wounds as well. But they see you as a shaman. So not only have you had the war, it's funny because you see them as the free spirit and they see you as the warrior spirit. But you help people in some way. It could be plant medicine, it could be sound healing, but whatever you do, because they're spying, don't forget. So whatever they see you do, you heal people. So you're actually both healers, it's just in different capacities. Whatever they see you doing, you put that healing energy out into the world and help others. Also, you could be a mum. This says Pachu Mama. But speaking of healing, potentially they feel as though you have gone through a big healing phase. They're perceiving you as healing your mother wounds. And if you already are a mother, perhaps they recognize that you have been healing out a lot of your mother wounding through being a mother yourself. So it's kind of like breaking the chains, being the cycle breaker. So you will not pass down the things you experience from your mother onto your child. And as well, if they're seeing you as a beautiful mum, then that too makes them reflect on their relationship with their mother, and how perhaps that's where they felt your values were misaligned before, because perhaps you didn't believe that remember in your part, you felt like they were too enmeshed with their mother. And maybe you expressed that to them and they said that your values don't align then. But how they've seen you be a mother and how you're trying to raise your child to not have to look after you. You don't want that for your child. You don't want your child to feel like they owe you money or that they need to look after you. They're realizing that that's a good value to have. Maybe in the past they thought that your values misaligned, that you thinking that they shouldn't look after their mum was a bad thing. But how they've seen you raising your child, this is an important detail, how they see you raise your child, the values you're trying to raise your child with, they're realizing now that maybe it's not a bad thing. And this isn't me saying they have to cut their mother off and they can't ever help them and this and that. It's nothing like that. It's more about the level of which their life is dictated by that belief. Like for me, my belief is that you should raise your children to not need you. If they do need you, they can always come home, but they shouldn't feel bound by you. My belief is you don't have children as a retirement plan. Your children don't owe you because you decided to have them. So that's my belief. My child will not grow up thinking he has to take care of me, essentially. That's something I value. So if in this instance that is your belief, that's how you're raising your children, this person now sees the value in that. Not putting that burden, that obligation on your children. And again, that's not because your kids can't help you. If they have the capacity, if they are have the means to be able to help you and it doesn't negatively impact their life, fine. But I would never want my child to have to put their wants and needs behind my wants and needs. Put themselves in a bad position to help me before they help themselves. It's kind of like that, fill your own cup before you help others. Put the oxygen mask on yourself before you help the person next to you. Warrior spirit. Solar plexus under warrior spirit, they see you so strong and confident. And also, because this says willpower, it's almost like I see this person, because they struggle with addictions, you're someone that is quite strong. You're mentally strong, so you don't give in to temptations easily. It's not that you're never tempted, but you don't give in to it. You have willpower. You're quite strong in the mind. And that strength is what gives you confidence, how you live. You live and speak with conviction. Again, say what you mean and mean what you say, and you also don't fall for temptations. You're not someone that falls to peer pressure, for example. If anything, if someone's trying to peer pressure you, you want to do the opposite to what they're telling you to do. You're very strong. You have a very strong sense of self, and they see that. This is very nice. Oh, the one. They see you as the one. And also they want to heal this connection. Whatever damage was caused in the past, it's like they want to heal this because they know you're their person, you're their other half. You make a whole. They definitely see you as their person, and they want to heal this so that you two can be together. You got air again, air sign. So maybe this mother is an air sign, but I think that they see you as an overthinker too. Hot air balloons could be a memory, but also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but that's under mother wounds. So that could be something that they saw in the past. You were an anxious person, and that came from mother wounds. And maybe they're seeing you have healed that out. If you were quite an anxious person, a fearful person in the past, I'm seeing that rabbit energy, quite frantic and easily afraid and scared of everything because you're an overthinker and you get anxious or panicked. That's your past version. Those were your mother wounds that you needed to heal out. That was things that had been traits you picked up from your own mother. That overthinking mind, that paranoia, that fear of everything. But it actually feels to me like they've seen you heal that out. Gemini season, which is funny because you've got air sign here. Gemini's important. Divine masculine. I actually think because of this warrior spirit and these solar plexus, I actually think they're seeing you be in your masculine energy. You're taking action in your life, you're assertive and you're driven. Because don't forget, they're watching you, so they're seeing you thrive in whatever it is you're doing, and you're inspiring them. So right now you're in that divine masculine energy because you've got something that you're driven towards and you're doing it. You're taking action, and that's balancing your masculine within you. But Gemini season's important here. May 21st to June 20th could be very important memories, and also birthdays. And you've got baggage on the bottom here, emotional, unresolved, unpack history. So there is baggage between the two of you that needs to be resolved. Actually, I want to get one more for that. So there, obviously there's going to be baggage between the two of you, and that's why this conversation is hovering, because there is things that needs to be discussed, things that need to be laid out on the table, truths that need to be revealed. A conversation needs to be had to really clear the air here from the past. Divine Feminine flipped over. Wow, light codes. How pretty is that card though? I really think this person sees you as magical, but that you've left an energetic imprint on them. The frequency you give off is divine, and it's like they see you as very connected. This even says divine information. So it's like you, again, whatever they see you do, it's almost like your words are touched by something higher. Your connection to source channels through you. I think as well, because they're trying to figure out what this connection is, they know that energetically they are connected to you, that you've left an imprint on them. They will never be able to forget you. Wisdom, knowledge, intuitive seeker. They definitely see you as sharing your wisdom, that you seek knowledge, that you lead with your intuition. For that to confirm light codes, it's very much this person thinks you're very tapped into the divine, that you're protected. No matter how many times people put their evil eye on you, you're very heavily protected. So even if people try to send you psychic attacks or send you the evil eye out of jealousy or envy, whatever, your team repel that off you. Let me just get one more for that. Movement. That to me is just that they're ready to come forward. But yeah, see, third party interferences, work and family. The only negative card is this mother wounds, but otherwise they see you, really, I just heard see you in your glory. They're very drawn to your energy. They want to come forward. I just saw distance flip over. Age gap. So there could be an age gap, and if there isn't an age gap, it's emotional maturity. So as well, that might have been something that they lacked in the past, emotional maturity. You had more of it than them, and they see you as someone that was much wiser and more mature than them. And you can't put life lessons into someone. So this is something that had to happen so that they could learn certain lessons. Wounded masculine. But that inner union, loving yourself, that's having balanced the masculine and feminine in. They see you as their twin flame. When you know, you know. They definitely know. Look at how they see you. It's like you're just this beautiful, charismatic light that shines your healing energy out onto the world, and what you see is what you get. There's nothing pretend. There's nothing fake about you. You're just authentically you, and your authenticity inspires them. because they're going through a transformation right now where they're trying to drop their ego, trying to drop that mask and be their authentic self without the jolly persona that they always put on. They see you as their twin flame, the one. I mean, we know they see you as the one. That's it, this card here, but this is a deeper connection than just seeing someone as your person. This connection, they believe, is you are the same soul in two vessels, and you're destined to come back together and create that twin energy as one. Well, we know you're in no contact. Okay. So what's next then? What is next for this connection, please? The double rainbow, number 16. Divine intervention is at play here, remember? Divine timing is at play. There is something that's going to create a perfect storm, I just heard, but in a good way. Like there's perfect timing. And that is, the divine is at play here. As above, so below. But it's almost like there's going to be this serendipitous moment when you finally release. And you can't force the release. You'll just suddenly release it and you might not even be aware in the moment that you have. And then bam, they suddenly feel that's the moment and they reach out to you. But you're both going through an ascension right now. You're both receiving light codes. And that was one of the cards that came out in that. Even those colours match what was those lights shining on her body. You're both receiving downloads right now from your team, and a lot of times twin flames actually share a spirit team because you've been together since the beginning of time. Your soul contract is to find each other in every lifetime. You're always magnetically drawn to one another because you're one and the same. So you share a team. So you're both getting similar signs, similar synchronicities, certain messages are coming in, memories popping up, signs of each other. And that's because you're getting these light codes, you're ascending, and there is something that is bringing you both into duality at the right time to reconnect. Oh, the dog, the loyal companion, the faithful companion. The 18th of October is important, but this is a supportive friend, a peer, a sibling. Maybe this person connected to you is going to go to a peer for advice about you, a good friend or a sibling that they trust their advice. Not the advice where, you know how they got that card of being given bad advice, I'm not listening to these people anymore, I'm trusting my intuition, you're the one. This is someone that they can depend on. They can trust this person's opinion because they can be very objective. And that's the thing. This is someone that doesn't have jealousy or vindictiveness. If they feel that your person's coming to them for advice about you, they will give them a genuine, real opinion that they think is best for your person, and that will lead them back to you. Soulmate. And this is also provider, dependable, helpful, faithful companion. Number 22, the crow. I see them as messengers, and I think this actually is a messenger card. No, it just says, and then number 22, memories are resurfacing, you're remembering. And that was your very first card out was open up your heart, it'll help you attract more love. And the first thing I said is this person's remembering the love they have for you that was always there, and remembering why they loved you. But this is a mystery right now. There is magical powers that be doing things in the background. But a new event or happening, perfect divine timing, clever problem solver. So again, if there's distance, solving that problem. but observant and an omen. But I'm not seeing this as a negative omen. I'm seeing this as a positive omen of good things to come. The double rainbow, divine intervention. So yeah, you got 16, 18th of October and the 22nd. I don't know why I said the 22nd. 22. The letter A. 21st of August, and I said August was an important month too, but the obstacles, the distance, but also the emotional disconnection between you two. Actually, this even says distance on it, so I think distance is an obstacle here for the two of you. Did I say 21st of August, 21 and 8? And that's what's caused delays here, because that is a big barrier, a big block that has caused problems for you two, because the distance is a big obstacle, but as well pride. And remember, this person's mask, their ego, their pride is also created obstacles here. But there is divine intervention at play here. They're going through that transformation, remember? But there is a catalyst. This is how magical divine intervention is, because there is going to be a catalyst, number 33, to fan the flames of this connection. It's going to breathe a breath of fresh air into this connection. When you blow into a fire, it ignites it more. So there is something that's going to be injected into this to ignite the flame between the two of you again. Effort is required, but the spark is about to be, this even says torched. This is definitely a catalyst to ignite something between the two, get things done. And that's to confirm the dog, faithful companion. So the catalyst could even be this peer or sibling, this supportive person that's going to advise this person to come to you. They're going to fan the flames. They're going to be, when this person gets this advice, that is going to be the catalyst to ignite this person back towards you. It could even be that this person hadn't even considered coming back towards you, but this friend, this peer, this sibling that they trust in their opinions will say, I think you should reach out to this person because they actually did make you very happy, and I think you could be happy with them. And that ignites or plants a seed in their mind that brings them back to you. Number 22. What was that? Spring, new moon, new beginnings. Yes, spring into action. They're going to take action towards you and rejuvenate this, and it's going to inject fresh excitement into this connection. And this is set goals and intentions too. So setting the goal of moving because there's distance. This is a surprise. So maybe it'll be a surprise when you hear from them. And you've got fertile too, but growth and new cycle. A new cycle is about to begin. This is a big fat yes, spring into action. That magnetic pull I was talking about, number 32, you're literally magnetically drawn to each other. There's longing here, desire, the gravitational pull to each other. Magnetic attraction, charm, je ne quoi, seduction, yearning, field of influence. The people around them that influence their block towards you. But I think as well, you both are yearning for each other. That longing has always been there. It's just about to be fired up again. And if anything, the attraction's only grown. But that magnetic pull was always going to be there because your souls are connected. You're always going to be drawn back to one another. Doesn't matter if there's distance, there's interference from outside opinions, you will always be drawn back together. I just noticed 22, 32, 33. Okay. So let's get advice on how they want you to handle this communication when it comes in. facade of concern. Someone's concern may not be sincere, hiding ulterior motives. I actually see this as this person approaching you still wearing a mask. I don't think they're going to come in with a big declaration of love. I think they're still going to, it's almost as if they're going to come in being like, oh, I've been thinking about you. I was worried. Something told me I should reach out to you because I thought something might be wrong. It's like they're using a facade of concern as an excuse to reach out to you, not revealing yet that they're reaching out to you because they want to actually rekindle something with you. It's almost like they're going to say, oh, my gut told me something was wrong and that I needed to see how you are. It's not, I don't think it's a malicious facade. I think it's more them not really wanting to lay all their cards out on the table straight away. They're going to come in and just be like, how are you? I've been thinking about you. Their ulterior motives are that they really just want to reconnect with you and start communicating with you again. Shocking discovery, and it's complicated, I think, because of the distance and the interfering energies, more complex than it seems. And I think that might be part of why they come in wearing a mask, because I think this shocking discovery is them even coming back towards you, because again, remember, it's been a long time. So I think this is going to be a shocking thing for you when they come in. And maybe your intuition's going to tell you that you're not getting the whole story, but it's because things are complicated right now. There's distance, there's work interferences, there's family interferences, and that makes things complicated. So it's about letting things unfold naturally. Again, remember how I said in the beginning, this is something that went from 0 to 100 very quickly, and then it burnt out just as quickly. So this is something that needs care and time to redevelop a bond, build that trust back. Double cross, so maybe that's when they come in. You may face betrayal or being double crossed. I think though in the past you felt betrayed by this person. Obviously there's been damage here, they know that, especially because their ego and pride got in the way here. So I think that that's something that they're going to discuss with you. This is where the air needs to be cleared. Truths need to be revealed. It needs to be an honest, true conversation, which is why I think you're going to feel a certain way that this person's hiding something when they reach out to you, because they're still going to be wearing a mask. And it might trigger your feelings about this person being deceitful and wearing a mask when they come in, because they probably will be wearing a mask when they come in. As well, if you feel like this person betrayed you in some way and that your perception, because you're such an authentic person and you say what you mean and mean what you say, you're expecting the same in return. Because you respect people enough to be honest, you want that same respect back. So when this person shows up wearing a mask, it could trigger you because you're expecting them to come in and reveal truths straight away, especially because you feel like you're owed that. But joint evolution here. You and others are growing together, supporting each other. So in time, when these things are revealed and you two are able to clear the air and build that trust again, you can evolve together. Actually, I want to get one more for that. This person could also come in after they've just been double crossed or betrayed by someone close to them. Intrigued. So someone is intrigued by you and wants to know you better. That's them coming in with that, not showing their true feelings yet, but coming in wanting to know how you are and what's going on with you. Love triangle. So revealing to you, perhaps that's the shocking discovery, but that there was a hidden emotional entanglement during your connection too. Someone in the background that this person was friends with or was in the middle of this in some kind of meddling, liked your person in the background type energy that your person entertained. And that could be the thing that really shocks you and hurts you, but this is something that you guys are going to evolve beyond, because this person is evolving right now. They are transforming right now. It's just maybe that you're not going to see it straight away. All right, let's get one of these guys. Dispute. So maybe a dispute, but determination on the bottom. Oh, number 42. But I think that that's because there's things that need to be spoken about between the two of you that haven't been talked about. These are things that have you in the silence been. There's just things that have been. The air hasn't been cleared yet. It's been something that's been neglected this whole time that you two have been in separation. And until you have this conversation and clear the air, it's not going to be cleared up. But I'm just, for the first time, I actually bothered to take a picture of the QR code so I can actually read the meaning of the cards. I just go off the feeling I get from the card, but I really want to read the actual meaning of this one. So, dispute, let's see, where is it? Here we go. Yeah, you must be able to weigh up the pros and cons of each choice and then make a conscious judgment. Use both your head and your heart, your mind and the intellect, with your feelings and your intuition, to choose the path that is most in alignment with your higher self. It is also possible that you are trying to hide from a challenging situation or impending decision, hoping that if you ignore it long enough, you won't need to worry about it. That feels like them. Unfortunately, the issue is unlikely to resolve itself, and the longer you delay, the longer you will prolong this present situation. So I feel like this shocking discovery is something that they're going to reveal something to you that's potentially, it could hurt you or be something that you had confronted them about in the past that they denied, and now they're going to reveal the truth to you, and it's something that they're it's like they're delaying coming forward because they're worried that once they reveal this to you, that it really will cause destruction for this connection, and they're scared of losing you. While right now, when you don't know, there's always there's still always possibility for you to. Similarly, the dispute card can reflect indecision and an impasse on an important matter. Again, you can only put it off for so long. I think this person's been putting this off for a long time. At some point, you have to make a move, and that is what they're being encouraged to do right now. The dispute card comes as a reminder that many of life's decisions are difficult ones and rarely come with clear-cut answers. The invitation is to make choices with your best intentions, fully aware of possible consequences. Avoidance will lead to greater conflict and stagnation. And remember, you see them as the runner. So this is someone that starts fires and then avoids. They always avoid conflict in their life, or they repress, and then they explode. This is someone that needs to learn how to face fires and deal with the consequences, because that is how you live with integrity and with honor. When you make mistakes, you face up to it, you take accountability, and you show change. You don't just apologize and then run away. You actually show that you are sorry by changing the behavior. The dispute card reversed. Oh, it didn't come out reversed, so that's fine. So we'll leave it at that. So this is someone that's avoidance has been something that they've been running from their entire life, and they're being faced with that now. Let me just get one more for that. Oh, but yeah, determination on the bottom, perfect. I actually feel like this is part of their transformation. They've been avoidant all their life. They've always started fires and ran from it, and now they're realizing that to be, and they're inspired by your warrior spirit. Remember, you live with integrity, you live with honor. So even if that doesn't mean you're perfect. When you make mistakes, you apologize for it, you cop to it, and you cop the flack you're going to receive from that, because you know that from you, you then at least know internally that you did the right thing in the end. This person's inspired by that. They need to learn from that. Instead of starting fires and running from it, they need to stay, face the fire, and take accountability. And by doing that, they're living with honor and integrity. And I think because of that, they are now facing that within themselves, and they're determined to better themselves. And that's number 6. Nearly there. Here we go. The determination card is all about overcoming obstacles, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going from the raccoon and they're butterflying right now. Achieving your goals through determination, focus, and willpower, and that's what they need. They need focus and willpower. They're inspired by your willpower to be focused and work on these things that they've always run away from. You will feel motivated, ambitious, and in control. This will help you to get a stagnant situation moving again. The stagnant situation is your connection. And all the challenges that may be in your path, instead of running away from the challenges, facing them. And then they themselves will feel pride in themselves because they know they're building their character too. Yes, it'll feel difficult, but they're like, I have to keep pushing through. I have to keep being determined because there will be benefits on the other side of this. Just keep focused and believe in your abilities, and you will achieve your goal. The card tells you that a triumph is waiting for you and that you are fully in control of making it happen. Whether it be with career, money, love, or some other area, you can achieve your goal through passionate pursuit. You shouldn't be passive, but you have to come into action. They're ready to take action, I believe. This may mean that you have to compete with others, or that you find yourself in a situation that feels like a battle. You're pulled in opposite directions, or you feel like your strength and confidence are being tested. In these situations, this card invites you to be confident and draw upon your willpower. Be courageous and bold in manifesting your desires and setting your boundaries. This will allow you to withstand the hardships and be strong and in control. That is just hit the nail on the head with that. I think that's what this person is facing right now. Page of Wands came out. Inspiration, ideas, discovery, excitement, limitless potential, free spirit. They are a free spirit. This is them, the Page of Wands. Exploration, creativity, exciting news, and this is also a travel card. Okay, let's get you a divine door to close out this message. What is the closing message for this collective, please? Freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine, sacred reason. And I think ultimately both your hearts speak to each other, call to each other. The dream, your manifesting your deepest desire is having that connection again with each other, being together and having that intimacy and that being a team, being a partnership, being one. There is sacred reason for this. There is a divine intervention happening here. Dreaming this to come into fruition is something that can be manifested here. The divine has a hold of it. So just trust in divine timing. Stop obsessing. Try to release, because this will come in when you least expect it. And again, when I say just release or just surrender and just trust, you can't force yourself to do that. Your body, your mind, your spirit will just let go at one point. You won't even realize it, and then bam, in they come. So you can't force it to happen. It will happen when it's naturally meant to, and then that's when you will stop obsessing, and then they will come in. So just trust in the flow of life, the ebbs and flows, and allow this to come in when it's naturally meant to. The divine has a hold of this, so just trust in it.